I'm sorry, are you addressing me? Because your authority is not recognized in Fort Kickass.
Hi, this is Harry from MikeFive.
This is Brian from One Man Standing.
This is Meg from Shake the Sun.
This is Jess from Shoot Lab.
You're listening to Dr.Bones.
Dr.Bones and Mike. Dr.Bones and Mike.
And you're listening to New Music Saturday.
This is Martin from Dylan Rock.
JJ from Juxta.
Hey, this is Leslie
And Jason.
of The Sweetest Condition. New Music Saturday.
Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday.
And you're listening to New Music Saturday.
New Music Saturday. Dr.Bones and Mike.
New Music Saturday.
Right on, and welcome to New Music Saturday, hashtag NMS. First time we've been back in about 2 weeks. We had a 2 week break there. Mike and I were both on separate vacations, despite what people think, ha ha ha. So welcome back to the show. So obviously myself, Dr.Bones, and the guitarist that everybody wishes they were, MikeFive. What's happening?
Good evening. Isn't it great to be back? Doesn't it feel good to be?
It is, man. The past week it felt a little weird that we weren't on the air. It's like I've got all this extra time now. Like, what am I gonna do?
I know, man. I was sitting on holiday one day. I was like, shit, it's Saturday. I've got to do that. Oh, no, I don't have to do the show. I'm on holiday.
Well, exactly, right? Well, don't get me wrong. I still listen to a lot of music. So, I mean, I had more time to listen to a lot more music, which was cool. But still, just generally speaking, it's like, well, I don't have to organize a list and rip my hair out because I'm mad at myself for organizing it wrong. And, like, in my head, that is because I'm just a little bit not. Thank you. Douche.
Cut to the chase, mate.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, dickhead. But you know,
No.
yeah.
All good.
So
good.
you're right.
Listen, we should say as well that today, so for the first time, today's show will appear on Reputation Radio next Saturday afternoon. I think it's 2 p.m, but I might want to double check that and re-announce it if I'm wrong. So Johnny Summers, who runs Reputation Radio, has said, "Hey, look, we've got time. You know, let's put the show on, promote it. So you get to hear this week's show before you hear the live version next Saturday as well, which is cool. So big shout out to those guys."
Oh, absolutely. That's some exciting news. And the next little bit, we've been talking about on Facebook for a while. So first off, Leo from St. Apache, which the band will be playing tonight, one of the bands will be playing tonight. Leo will be making a trip to Canada, and we talked about just a quick couple of lines on Facebook. But he does have family in Kitchener and I think Waterloo as well. Either way, that's about an hour away from me, so he'll be up in October. So I talked to him about it. I said, okay, well, once you get here, let's sort it out. I said, if I have to come, I'll go pick you up in Kitchener, which is about an hour away. So I'll pick him up, bring him back. So he'll be doing a live interview at MS. And it's fun, too, because literally, like, the UK has come to me. So, and it's just nice to be in town. I mean, that's going to be a classic and a lot of fun interviews. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm not sure the exact date yet, but Leo and I will be in discussions about setting that up. So he'll definitely come on for Saturday. And also, Joe Symes and Loving Kind, their new album comes out, I believe it's on September 28th. So they wanted, Joe and Colin want to set up an interview. Joe being the singer and Colin's their drummer, who a good friend with on Facebook. So we're trying to set that up. I'm trying to get them on NMS, but we might potentially have to do it during the week. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can't, then I'll do it solo. But it just depends on the timing, because like I've been trying to push towards saying, you know what, I'd prefer to do it for NMS, you know, and I said, or sort of even if you want to do it earlier on that day, no, let's say 7, 8 p.m. GMT. You know, it'll still be 45 minutes regardless. But so we're trying to work that out right now. So I said, no, give me a little bit more, and I'll let you know, because I gave them the Saturdays that we're available for.
Yeah.
So I said, look at other stuff during the week, and we'll see if we can figure it out and get back to them soon. So I have interviewed them a few times, and they are great guys. But generally speaking, I've interviewed them during the week, so it'll be like a Wednesday, like at 8 p.m. GMT. So.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we can work them on and get them on NMS, it'd be a lot better. But that aside, like I said, we got a lot of great new tunes tonight. Just before we get started, too, I made mention of it on our promo video. Is last Thursday I went to see the Smashing Pumpkins for the first time in literally 20 years, and man, that was one of the best concerts I've seen in an effing long time. It was 3 hours, all Pumpkins. And then they did a 15-minute, 20-minute encore on top of that.
Oh, wow.
And I obviously, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, and should be posted to Mike and I's Facebook fan page for NMS, it should have all the pics and the short videos I took from the concert. And it was cool because we met up with our friends. We had dinner with them, and they were different seats. So we were trying to figure out where our seats were, because it said floor 3. It's like, floor 3? Like, what does that mean? And cause I just assumed there'd be a mosh pit, right?
Yeah, right.
So we walk into where, close to where our Queens of Stone Age tickets were, where we seek for that. And they say, oh, you're right down here. Oh, keep going. I was like, keep going. I was like, and Em looks at me and goes, did you know those seats were this close? I was like, honestly, I had no idea. I was like, oh, and you're effing welcome. Like, look at this. 5 rows from the stage. 5 rows. 5 rows. And we were almost dead center.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
Man, it was a crazy concert, and it played so many good tunes, and you know what, I couldn't be any happier. The thing that got me is looking around some of the people, you know, because I mean, I'm not the only one who knows every song backwards and forwards, right? But I'm singing along, and I look around, people can almost looking not dumbfounded, but like glaze-eyed. It's like, if you know the song, like, why are you here? Like, really? Because it's like what a waste of money. Like, I mean, you guys are having fun. I'm loving every minute of this, you know, and I'm just completely in my element. I'm loving every second. And the band they opened up for them at first was a band called Metric. They're from Toronto, and Toronto's about 2 hours from here. So they're a pretty decent band. It was cool to see them again, because I haven't seen them in a number of years. So they opened up. So it was Metric for 45 minutes, and then Pumpkins for 3 hours. And man, they did not disappoint whatsoever. No, a lot of cool costume changes. It came out because they used the back screen a lot for a video that obviously Billy Corgan had put together. Mm-hmm. Because it's just footage of the band over the years and when he was a little kid, like literally when he was like 12, 13 years old.
Right.
So he comes out. Excuse me. I'm talking a lot already. Surprise, surprise. But yeah,
good thing he's talking to catch up on me.
Exactly. So he comes out and he plays the star completely by himself.
Yeah.
And then they get into their songs too. And man, the set list was crazy because they said on FM 96, which is a local FM station, the set list released, and guys, you're in for one hell of a treat. You know, you can look it up here, there, everywhere. And so he's like, no, I'm gonna put it off. And so he's like, oh, just a little bit curious. So I started following Pumpkins on Instagram. Took a quick glance. I was like, holy fuck. Like my jaw just dropped, and I kind of was like, I can't see more. I can't see more. I mean, oh, let's be surprised. Let's be surprised. Like, so, but man, it was cool. Look at some of the pictures. They covered David Bowie's Space Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, badass as hell, right? No, the whole band's playing, and Billy Corgan's singing. They got the kind of like stairs, like a little bridge in the middle. He's got this huge cloak on, like a cool background. Like I said, the pictures are all on Instagram. And they should be posted to Facebook as well as our fan page, Mike, so you can check them out. If not, I'll send them to you. But it was just so well done. They covered Stairway to Heaven, mostly piano, which Billy Corgan was playing.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Which was pretty cool, and they stepped in later. So I got some banter with them as well, because they were saying, well, we're going to play this one next. Like, Cinnamon Girl, like, Neil Young, we haven't played it since 89. Because I'm sure you can find some, like, reel-to-reels or something, you can put them together, so they had a little banter going back and forth, right? But I was so excited too. They played 2 songs which I didn't think they would play, and 2 songs, thankfully, I didn't see on the set list, so it didn't ruin the surprise for me. Is on the Lost Highway soundtrack, they did a song called "I,"
Right.
like literally just like "I," like as in your eye. And man, they played it. I was like, no way, this is amazing. I was like, this is awesome. So I'm singing along, looking around, like people are just kind of staring dumbly. He's like, are you joking? Come on. I'm just like loving every minute. Like I said, I'm completely in my element. like it just nothing else. It was important just to show that was it, because Kim and I got there. Like I said, we went out for the quick intermission, had a smoke, went back in, and that was it. Just I was in my element. I was like loving every minute of it. And man, they also did, because there's a couple versions of it, but they played "The End is the Beginning is the End," and that's the one that was on the Batman Forever soundtrack. And really badass tune too, as well. This one they left the high kind of speed guitar out, but they kind of did still an electronic version of it. So one of the versions they've done of it. But man, wow, this is awesome. It's like I was so excited. It's like it's like here's this like no way they're playing this one. Like a kid, like this is amazing. And of course once Zero from the Infinite Sadness and Melancholy is one that most Pumpkin fans will know, and especially the video, of course, what happens. It's the part, Emma and I look at each other, wanna go for a ride? Yeah, exactly. And man, it was so cool. But even that song, people are looking at people, it's like, how can you not know this part? This is like one of the most distinct parts of the song. It's just that one breakdown where people when those songs know Pumpkins know it like backwards and forwards because it's so easy. It's like emptiness is loneliness, and loneliness is cleanliness, and cleanliness is kindness, and God is empty just like me. And it goes, intoxicated by the madness, I'm in love with my sadness, and just looking around, I was like, nobody really.
I love the fact, by the way, that we're 12 minutes in and you're singing already. That's a good omen.
Oh man, like I said, that was such a fantastic concert. Like, I mean, I was so happy to be there, and like when I get there, I'm completely my element, and I came out there, man. My natural adrenaline was just running sky high. It just like it was so pumped, and we're walking out, and people are stumbling out drunk. It's like, man, how much money did you spend? Because bucks like $10 of beers, like you figure it's say an average person like 3 to 4 beers, $40 for 4 beers. F that. No, thank you. I ain't paying that price. Like, forget it.
Maybe they started before they come out, mate.
But you,
That's the way to go now, I think sometimes.
Look, well, man, the money spent I could have bought a 2-4 with at a store.
Yeah.
Forget that, man. No, thank you. I'm happy to be there just for the music.
Well, there's that. I always think, like, if it's like a local venue and stuff, then I'd definitely always buy my drinks there. But when it's these like big O2 arenas and whatever, and they're charging £6 for a piss in a can, I'm like, I'm gonna get drunk before I start.
Well, you know what? We thought about it, but it's like no. It's like I had actually to work at midnight that night, so I was like, no, not a big deal. I don't need any booze anyways. We're all good. And one more side note. I know we've been going on for about 40 minutes now. I promise the last side note for now. So the place where we parked downtown, we followed our friends Kaylee and Barb. So we followed them, and they've been told by a mutual friend of work where this place was. And I know this woman that told me, Liz, but I was half asleep when she was telling me, so I didn't retain it all. So we followed them to this spot, and so Kaylee and Barb leave like just before they come up for the encore. And she go, "Oh, great show!" I was like, Kaylee, they come back for encore. She's like, "Really? Fuck." And it's like she go, "Oh, great." Something nonetheless. It's like, "Don't worry, probably we're not going to miss too much. So we'll talk later." So Em and I walk back to the car, and there's a paper in the windshield. She's like, "Ah, you got to be kidding me!" Oh, there's a big parking ticket. She opens it up and says, "Haha, made you look." Kaylee left an old receipt and put "haha, made you look" on it. So of course, Em tells me, goes, text her right now and tell her I'm christening her name. So I text her, and then Kim texts her. And then we get home, I leave for work, and like I made a deal with the boss, right? So I leave for work, and I can be a little bit late, so I leave for work. And just before I walk out the door, Em's like, she's still laughing at me. She goes, I would be too. That was actually pretty funny.